guys, it's Jessii Vee, and in today's video we're going to be talking about one of my favorite topics ever, creepy dolls. I'm going to be talking about two very unsettling dolls that were actually sold in stores in the 1960s and 1970s. And as usual, I want you guys to comment down below if you've ever seen these dolls in person, if you've ever owned them, if you ever had a family member who owned them, and if you've never ever heard of these dolls, that's even more fun because you are about to get super creeped out by the history and by what they look like, to be honest. Before I get started though, because we have Christmas coming up so soon, we are launching so many more new products on our website, more than usual. So I wanted to just update you guys on the different kind of stuff that we have going up right now. The first cutest little thing is this little narwhal bedside light. So when you're going to bed at night, you turn it on and it actually has a 15-minute timer installed. So after 15 minutes, it will turn off so you don't have to worry about wasting the battery, but it lights up your whole room in these beautiful colors, and look how cute it is. It's literally a narwhal light. Are you kidding me? It shows you the different colors that it goes. Okay, this bottle is my favorite thing we've ever had. This is the Unicorn Tears bubble bath, but look at the bottle. Like, look at the top. It's so beautiful, and I love how the bubble bath has that sort of like pearl look to it, but I literally just want to keep this and like display it. It looks like a potion bottle from like Harry Potter or something. We also have the Unicorn Dreams sleep spray. I love this. This is a lavender spray. So basically when you're going to bed, you spray a bit on your pillow, and lavender is known to relax you, to help you fall asleep, and it smells delightful. And I really love the packaging of this. So yeah, if you want some unicorn dust to help you sleep, this is your thing. We also have the cutest bath and shower sponges right now. My mom has also come out with these super soft and beautiful scarves and mitts. So there is so many things on the website right now. They are all limited quantity as usual. Once they're sold out, they are gone for the season. So I will link everything down below in the description. By the way, do you like my shirt? It says weirdo. Do you get it? I'm weird. And there's a deer on my shirt. Okay, so we're gonna jump right into today's video. First, talking about the Susie Sad Eyes doll. The Susie Sad Eyes doll was a plastic doll that was sold from the 1960s to the 1970s. And as you can see, she has ginormous eyes, dark circles under them, crooked bangs, and a very roughly done haircut. And apparently this was just the norm for these dolls. They were supposed to look very odd and disheveled. They came in different hair colors, eye colors, skin colors, outfits. I've even seen some that have green bags under their eyes, and I'm not too sure if that's just the way they were made or maybe they've aged weirdly and their black circles have become green circles. But I am getting huge Tim Burton vibes when I look at these dolls. Now, they aren't to be mistaken with the Little Miss No Name dolls that came out in 1965, but they do look extremely similar, and I'm not too sure what was going on in the 60s that made them want to create these sad and very like sick looking dolls, but people loved them and they continuously got sold out. And the original 60s Susie Sad Eyes dolls are hard to get your hands on now, and they're being sold for so much money on eBay, but I actually managed to buy one online. I don't know how, so I'll be unboxing her on the vlog channel as soon as I get her. But I of course found a really creepy story about this doll that I had to tell you guys. It's about a teacher that was teaching a 7th grade class back in 1971, and at the end of the year, she got some gifts from her students, and one particularly shy student that always sat at the very back of the class was very to themselves. She walked up and gave her teacher this very small, thin rectangle box. She opened it to see one of these Sad Eyes dolls, and it looked just like her student, like identical to her. This doll could basically be her twin, which she found a little bit odd. So the teacher thanked her, and before this student left, she told her teacher, "That doll contains my soul. Keep her safe." So the teacher obviously thought that this was really strange. She took the doll home and just put her in like a box at the back of her closet, because what else was she supposed to do? Treat her like a human? Treat her like it was her student? Because it was just a doll. It wasn't real. Well, what was so creepy is that when school started back up in September, the student walked up to this teacher and said, "Why did you keep me in the dark all summer?" And yeah, that was this teacher's experience. I find that so eerie and creepy because obviously this student did have some strange soul connection with this doll, and she knew that the teacher wasn't taking care of it. So I don't know what her whole motive was with this, but it was really eerie. So I wanted to talk about the really interesting inspiration for these dolls. The Susie Sad Eyes dolls were created during the popularity of an artist named Margaret Kien who specialized in sad-eyed images. She was known for creating distinctive paintings of large-eyed figures. She actually had such an amazing and also heartbreaking life, and they made a movie about her in 2014 called Big Eyes. It's a really good movie. I remember watching this back then and I loved it. It's really, really sad. But Tim Burton actually directed it, which isn't surprising since he's known also for using big eyes in his art and his animations. And apparently the Powerpuff Girls show was also inspired by her art. And one of her most famous quotes are, "The eyes I draw on my children are an expression of my own deepest feelings. Eyes are windows to the soul." And there's just truly something so deeply haunting but beautiful about her art, and I love how she calls all of her paintings her children. Okay, so secondly, I want to talk about Blythe dolls. Because soon after Susie Sad Eyes dolls became super popular, Blythe dolls were created in the early 1970s, and they are also loosely based on Margaret Kien's paintings. And I think they were really trying to ride off the success of the Susie Sad Eyes dolls, and that's why they also did the big eyes, the sad look. Blythe was a Barbie-sized doll with a string out of the back of her head that when you pulled it, her eyes would change colors. These dolls were deemed too scary for children and were discontinued after only 1 year. And then they started growing a following again back in 2001, and people started to collect them. They are thousands of dollars on eBay and different online marketplaces, but somehow, I have no idea how, I was able to find one for $150, which is still so much money for a doll, but it is a collector's item, so I did purchase it, and I will be unboxing it as well on my vlog channel when it arrives. But I'm telling you, every other site that I looked on, they were thousands of dollars. And I found this comment from a woman who is in her 60s now, but she said that when she was a little girl, she had this doll, and it would always make her so uneasy that these eyes would open and close in such a strange way. If you pull the string once, she opens her eyes and looks to the right. If you pull it again, she looks to the left. If you pull it again, she looks to the front. So it has these very human sort of attributes. Well, when she wasn't playing with the dolls, she noticed that it was always looking at her. For example, if she put it on her bookshelf when she went to do her homework at her desk, the doll's eyes would be looking left in the direction that she was sitting. If she was lying in bed, the doll's eyes would be looking straight towards her. If she was grabbing a new dress out of her closet, it would be looking right towards her closet. It's just like the doll's eyes would follow her during her every move. So she began closing her doll's eyes at night so she wouldn't feel so stared at while she slept. And of course, in the morning when she woke up, her doll's eyes would be open. There was one night where she even could have sworn that she saw them slowly start to open. She got rid of the dolls soon after, and then found out that they were stopping being produced by the company because so many kids were scared for the exact same reason. There was just something about those eyes, and a lot of people had complaints that it seemed like this doll's eyes were always following them. So of course, I bought one. And we're gonna see what happens with me. Anyways, so guys, that is the end of today's video. If you want me to do more videos about strange dolls from history, give this video a thumbs up and let me know. And you can also comment a specific doll down below that I have not covered yet on my channel. But yeah, don't forget, if you like any of the new Christmas wintry items that we just put on the website, I've linked it all down below. But I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!